viewers, and welcome to my channel. On this channel, I discuss spiritual tips and help people live a spiritual active life. Today, I want to talk about how to differentiate between good marine spirit and occultic forces. Because so many times when you ask people to go to the river to offer sacrifices, a lot of people see it as a form of diabolism. So many people have attached diabolism to almost everything. Some people see it as a fetish practice by going to the river to offer sacrifices to water deities. But I keep saying this, that there are powers, that these entities of powers that we're talking about, they are here before human existence. They are not man-made. They are not man-made, and these are the forces that have been created by the Creator. They are saddled with the responsibility of handling everything about creation, to make sure creation is in process, to make sure that everything that has been created, it doesn't get destroyed. They are always checkmating everything to be in order, because the Creator had a blueprint before creating these things, and he made sure that these forces are the ones that are handling everything to make sure it is working in accordance to the order of creation. So these forces, like we have them when we talk about entities or powers, talking about the powers of the land forces, we're talking about the air forces, we're talking about the water forces, then we're talking about the forces from the sun, or like call it the planetary bodies out there, even the moon. All these forces have an impact on this earth, and the inhabitants of the earth. You are not here to control them or to command them. All you need to do is to obey their laws. To be ignorant of these forces is not an excuse. To say that you are not aware that these forces are existing is not actually an excuse, because the forces are here to stay. They are here forever. They are here before humankind, and no human being can tell when, where, how they were formed, or how long they are going to stay. So the only thing is to know which one works for which. Now, back to our topic, how to identify the good water spirit from the extreme ones. When you are visiting water forces, number one, you must be aided, you must be guided. Somebody must take you there. Even if it is a water from your maternal or paternal side, somebody must accompany you. And the person that is accompanying you must be someone that has an informed meaning. That is the person that will assist you and guide you on what to do in that river. You don't just go to the river and you start expecting money. Someone got shocked when I said money comes from the river. The person was thinking it has to do with diabolism. No, this is how it works. Anything that has to do with blessing, that has to do with favor, actually is associated with water. And you see, anything that you are planting without water, it doesn't grow. Anything food you are eating without water, it doesn't digest easily. So water is actually, if you are coming to the river for the first time, like I said, you must be aided. Somebody must accompany you. That's number one. Then number two, when you're going to the river, you should not go empty-handed. You must have something, especially if you are going to make a request. If you're going there to just go and watch the river the way tourists usually do, that is a different case altogether. But if you're going there because you are asking for something from water deities, do not go empty-handed. And these are the rules I will always give out to people that are ignorant of how these things work. If you're going to the river, do not go and start ringing a bell. I've seen a lot of people, they go to the river with a bell. Maybe they're actually going there for leisure purposes, and then they start ringing bell. That bell that you're ringing is attracting forces towards you, and whatever will be the outcome is yours to bear. Do not go to the river and start hitting the bell or hitting any gong or any sound. Just go there. Maybe you are going there to swim or as a tourist. We are interceding on people's behalf. We're not going there to do any diabolical or fetish practice on people's behalf. And why am I saying so is because I want to debunk the myths of people seeing water as something occultic. No, but that doesn't mean that there are no occultic powers in the river. There are occultic powers in the river because there are just like you have in the in information in an office, you have, like, let me see, in an administrative block, you have different departments. That is how it is in the river. The same way you have it in physical form, you have the higher and you have the lower. The lower are easier to mingle with, while the higher need a certain kind of approach and sacrifice before they will attend to you. You are visiting the river. It depends on the kind of request. You can't go to the river and say you want you want to become a billionaire. You want to become an extremely wealthy person without offering the cow. You understand? Like when you are visiting a water priest that is wearing red, and the person is also cutting animals and smearing their blood in that water, it is actually occultic. This is how we should identify them. It's very occultic. When you are slaughtering animal, one of the rules of going to the river is do not smear blood, because water deities, the good ones, do not associate with blood in the river. So whoever that is performing that rite, going to the river and start slaughtering the animals or the cow or the ram that they brought, seeing visibly blood everywhere, is actually an occultic practice. That is one thing I should warn people. It's actually an occultic practice. Because originally how we do it is that animal should not be killed. Even if you want to kill them, you can actually show the animal, then you bring it back home and slaughter. That is how it is done. If you want to slaughter that animal, don't slaughter it in that river. All you do is that you show the deities or the water spirit that this is what you want to offer to them. You bring it back home and then you slaughter it. And it's actually human being that will consume it, not slaughtering and throwing inside the river. Most people that are doing this actually do, even if they know, some of them are actually involved in occultic practices. And you realize that these kind of things are using one thing to bring something huge, and which may even involve human life. So these are the kind of things that when you see them performing them in the river, you have to run, because this is actually occultic practice. Another thing is that I don't like in a case where people go to the river with people's pictures. It is not advisable. I don't know, whenever some of these chief priests or whenever these water priests are going to the river with someone's picture, it is not advisable. It is not necessary. What you can do is that if the person is not available, you can write their names. Writing their names in a piece of paper and putting it in that the things you are offering is okay. Most people have been asking about using Fanta. It's not actually that Fanta is the best for water sacrifice. It's just because Fanta is just a symbol of something that is sweet. And you know, Fanta was made from orange. Back in the olden days, what our ancestors usually use is edibles like fruits. They go with banana, they go with pawpaw, they go with watermelon, they go with oranges. Anything you know that is actually fruit that is very sweet. These are the things. But you know, today we have all those Fantas or all those things that have been made in one form, that you don't need to be carrying all those ones around again. That only that Fanta plays the role of banana, watermelon, pawpaw, pineapple. You know, all these things that you take that is very sugary. So Fanta is like it's covering them. That is why they go to the river with Fanta. That doesn't mean that one cannot actually use the other ones or even attach the other ones to that Fanta. So I just want to debunk this myth so that people will not be having confusion all the time and saying maybe there's another diabolical practice associated with Fanta. No. The only thing that I keep saying that looks diabolical and that looks fetish and that seems to be occultic is when you take animals to the river and start slaughtering those animals inside the river. Whoever does that is actually performing something different from what we're supposed to be doing. And if you are visiting the river, like I said, for the first time, do not go empty-handed, especially if you're going there to make a request. Do not go empty-handed. Somebody must assist you or accost you. You must be accosted by a water priest or priestess. Then the person must have an ofo. That ofo, that scepter that you use to command forces. Then why are they using for that scepter? So that they can use it to block those unwanted or negative forces that may come. And before you do anything, make sure you speak with your spiritual guide. Make sure you seek the assistance of a spiritual guide so that you don't get yourself harmed. What you cannot see is bigger than what you can see. This life, there are forces everywhere. Just the same way you cannot see a cable network. You and I are interacting and watching this video is because there's a cable network that can transmit it from one location to another location. That is how it is in the spirit realm. I'm very happy today that technology is making spiritual things to become real. Most people actually don't believe in spiritual things. But if your spiritualist told you to offer pigeon or white fowl, that one is a different case. But you should not kill them. Do not kill them in that river. That's what I'm saying. You can throw them. Once you throw them, maybe crocodile or any sea animal can consume it as food. You understand? But throwing them, smearing the blood in that river is not acceptable. That is fetish. That is diabolical. If you want to give them maybe pigeon, white pigeon or white fowl, that is a different ball game. You can throw them maybe after using them to hover around your head in order to appease, to cleanse yourself of what you've done or why things are not working for you. You hover it around your head, then you throw it inside the river. That is how it is done. Maybe if there's anything that the river is demanding from you that maybe has been shown to you in the dream, you can go to the river after being accosted by a priest. They will use that animal, hover it around your head and throw it inside the river. That is how it is done. And you will be free from whatever. Then you go and bathe. You can even bath in that river if it's actually water, full water sacrifice. Full water sacrifice settlement. Full water settlement. You can bathe in the river after bathing. You come back and then they do the necessary ones that they do on the land. This is how it is done. This is how it is done. Any other thing outside this is fetish. So I think your mind should be rested while you've watched this video. Please, just in case if you find this video educative, informative, you can as well subscribe to my channel if you're watching me for the first time. And you can share this video. You put your hand in the share button so that this video can be viral and be watched by someone that haven't seen the video before. And if you have any question concerning what you've watched that you don't understand, you can chat me on the comment section. I'll be able to answer them. You put on your notification bell so that anytime I post a new video, you will be updated with it. And in case you want to do Alpha, because I always say this, that Alpha is like a spiritual lab. Alpha is the revealer of all truths. In case you have something going on in your life, you don't actually understand what is going on, you've gone to one spiritualist or the other, or one special prayer place to the other, or you're moving to and fro, you're having this confusion, you don't know what is going on, you can check it through Alpha. Alpha will be able to unveil the truth behind what your trials, what you're going through. Alpha is a spiritual laboratory. It checks whatever that is going abnormal in your life. You can chat me in case you want to do Alpha consultation. You can chat me on my WhatsApp. Our WhatsApp number is 09040113281. Thanks for stopping by. Yagazie.